The heart of man is desperately wicked, but it doesn't always end in the heart. These wicked thoughts are usually translated into evil acts against others and humanity at large. You might have been a victim yourself at one point or the other, and the pain that was inflicted on you by these people hurt so bad you wish to take revenge. True, it's really painful when we don't get help from people around us, but what could be worse is to have these same people hurt you or try to bring about your downfall. No matter how much you try to be good, you should know that not everyone would be happy with you, and not all has your best interest at heart. Instead, some are looking to hurt you and cause you pain in one form or the other. They don't want to see your progress in life. They don't want that promotion for you, and the very fact that you are alive is a pain to them. These are the people that want to wipe the smile clean off your face and watch you in tears, experiencing sorrow or one form of discomfort. Maybe you've been rejected several times or pushed away by those who could have helped you, or you have watched those you call friends to go behind you to say malicious words that could hurt your reputation. All of these things that could be very hurtful, and most often than not, we wish these people would meet their Waterloo or have their payback so that they go through the same pain that we are experiencing. But then, what we see is that they keep at it and nothing happens. But the truth is, that's the case in the long run. Even though it feels like the world is silent and their actions have gone unrewarded, you should know that God is watching from heaven above, and He will make sure that they get what they deserve. Those that have hurt you will eventually come back to you begging and pleading for your forgiveness. They would regret ever hurting you or treating you in disdain in the first place. God will bring you to a place of advantage and power over those wicked people, and it will be your turn to laugh in victory. The Bible already told us that our enemies would be placed beneath our feet. That is to tell you that you will triumph over those that have previously oppressed you and treated you like dirt. When the Lord turns the tide around, you will be on top, while they will be beneath, begging and pleading. Remember the parable of the rich man and Lazarus? While Lazarus was alive, he struggled to get even the crumbs that fell from the rich man's table. It was so bad that even the rich man's dog was better fed than the poor Lazarus. But what happened? We see Lazarus sitting at the bosom of Abraham while the rich man begged for just a drop of water to be given to him. The positions have now been reversed, and poor Lazarus was enjoying the wealth and splendor of paradise while the rich man languished in hell. In your case, you won't have to die before you triumph over your foes. Right here on earth, the Lord will give you victory over enemies, and they will come crawling to you, apologizing for their wrong deeds and seeking your help. It might look quite impossible at the moment, and you may not be able to fathom how that would ever happen, but just watch God in action. He is the one that can make beggars into princes and take thrones from kings. The Lord resists the proud and gives grace to the humble. You can trust that God will change your situation as long as you trust Him and remain humble. He will take you from that low estate and set your feet on higher ground, bringing you to a position that you have never dreamt or imagined. It's your right and your inheritance. Those people can do their worst today and try their best to hurt you, but in the end, you will be victorious. Look up to Jesus, who was able to bear the pain and the hurt, who took the shame and the sufferings upon Himself, knowing that a great future lies ahead of Him. For that joy and glory that lay ahead, He was able to bear it all, and the Bible tells us that He is now seated on the right hand of the Father, far above powers and principalities, above rulers of this world. In short, He has been given all the authority in heaven and the earth. All things have been placed under Him. The same applies to you too. Those that are persecuting you today will still come to bow before you. Those that are seeking to hurt you or bring about your fall will bow to you in the end. You will be translated from your current position to a place of authority and power, a place of wealth and abundance. You might have had to beg in the past, but now people will be the ones begging to you. Those that want to kill your dreams and stop your glory from shining will be the ones begging you to shine your light on them. They will be amazed at how far God has helped them and will have no choice but to submit. Joseph is a case in point here. Because of the jealousy his brothers felt towards him, they wanted to stop his dreams. They didn't even want him around and planned to take his life, but God stepped in and made them change their minds through the appeal of Reuben. At the end of the day, he ended up being sold into slavery. A free individual, most loved by his father, ended up as a slave in a strange land. You might be faced with a similar situation too, and at a loss on what to do. You might be feeling so pained at the betrayal of someone you loved and trusted. It might be a business partner who is seeking to run you down, a partner in ministry who's defaming your name, or maybe your colleagues at the place of work who keeps trying to block your progress. It could even be your family members, or maybe someone in your neighborhood, could be your superior, or someone in a position of power. No matter who the person may be, and despite the way the situation is right now, be assured that the tables would soon turn in your favor. You will step out of the ashes and be clothed with beauty. The ones that have tried to frustrate you will now be the ones frustrated. Their evil plans will not eventually fail over your life. Endure the pain and the persecution, but know that a time will come when they will pay for everything that they have done to you. They will be left with the wrong end of the stick and would have no choice but to come to you for help. You just wait and watch how your salvation comes for you. The Lord will surely bless you and help you forget the pain that you've been through, but He will deal with those that have brought you that pain and made you go through that situation. What better revenge could you get than to have those that hurt you come begging to you? So you don't have to seek revenge for yourself. Let God avenge you and fight your battles for you. When God fights for you, even you would be scared for your enemies. In the case of Joseph, the very people that had sold him out and believed him dead came bowing to him looking for food. He had become so powerful and must have been looking radiant that they could not even recognize him. They bowed to him just as he had dreamed. The very thing they wanted to kill him for was what they ended up doing. They ended up being instruments for that dream to come to pass. Your boss might think that he is winning and oppressing you by not giving you that promotion, but in the end, he will only end up pushing you to become something far greater. And perhaps one day they will beg to see even you before laying out his petition. Those that are trying to defame you, speaking lies and spreading false rumors will only end up making you more popular and opening doors that you would have never opened for yourself. The Lord will use them as an instrument for your rising, and they will be shamed of everything that they have ever done to hurt you. When you see these things happening, just know that it is the Lord that is at work, moving things in your favor and avenging your enemies. Those that have set one evil trap or the other for you will end up falling into that pit. Just as the enemies of Daniel fell into the trap, they will also taste their evil works. Yes, the Lord will lift you to a point that the enemy will be at your mercy. Imagine that Haman had to start begging Esther after his plan did not work out. This landed him in more trouble than he was. That's exactly how the case for those who have hurt you will be. If they do not cease to plan evil or look for schemes to bring you down, they will eventually find themselves hurt. It's your time to triumph. Enjoy the victory that God has given you and watch those that have hurt you come begging.